Today we celebrate the feast of the two great saints, Saint Peter and Saint Paul. They are the two main pillars on which the Church stands and moves forward. They each played an incredible, essential role in the establishment of the early Church. As the first vicar of Christ, Saint Peter symbolizes the stability and strength of the Church. He steadfastly held on to the authentic magisterium of the Church in sacred scriptures and sacred tradition. He is the unifying force of the Church. Peter was a family man, a local fisherman, uneducated and quite ordinary. There was nothing that made him uniquely qualified to become one of the pillars of the new church to be established by Christ. Jesus called him and he responded. Saint Paul, the greatest missionary of all times, symbolizes the dynamism and growth of the church. His missionary travels led to the rapid spread of the gospel to all parts of the world. He is the central force of the church. He was well educated in the strictest interpretation of the Jewish law, understood philosophy, and was quite zealous as a young man. Without the orthodoxy and stability of the rock, the church would have long ago collapsed by the flood of errors and relativism in the world. And without the dynamism and vitality of the missionary, the church would have remained a small sect within the confines of Judeo-Christian communities. St. Peter and St. Paul not only exemplify the life of the church, but also the life of every Christian. Nowadays, we are overwhelmed with all sorts of attractive but erroneous ideas and teachings, mostly concerning materialism and relativism. We need, therefore, St. Peter's orthodoxy and steadfastness in holding on to the truths revealed by Christ and proclaimed by the magisterium of the Church. Otherwise, we will get confused and deceived by the false prophets that are around us. Our Christian life is not just about holding on to the truths. We also live in a world that is constantly changing and developing. We need to adjust and grow. In this regard, we look up to St. Paul's zeal and dynamism. Let this celebration today be an opportunity for us to examine the state of our Christian life. May we strive to remain faithful to the teachings and commands of the Lord, like St. Peter, and may we be filled with zeal and courage to go out and share our faith to others like St. Paul.